going to talk about some practical life activities that you can have your children help you with at home. So practical life means having your child help you do things that you consider chores, but they see you doing these things and they wonder why you spend so much time doing them, and they must be important. So aside from that, they get a lot of skills. They build concentration, fine motor skills, gross motor skills, and all kinds of benefits come from allowing your children to help do these care of home activities. So we're going to focus specifically on activities today that have to deal with water. Children love to manipulate water, and as long as you give them the tools and model how to properly use water, then they can get a lot out of it. So right here, I have a tray with a little pitcher full of water. Pour it here in the bowl. And you can set up a little tray like this and put it on your shelf. Have a little cloth for drying, and then they can simply scrub anything. So here I have a little tray. You could do a rock or a shell, and then a scrubber. So there's these kinds of scrubbers, little nail scrubbers. There's big scrubbers. And then you just get the scrubber wet and let them go to town. Now, if you want to, you can prepare the bowl with a little dab of soap, or you can have this on the tray and show them how to put a couple drops on their scrubber. And then as they're washing the item, they can create bubbles as well. Just depends on the age of your child, and you could start off with just water and see how they do, and then as they do that, they can move up to adding soap, and then they can dry their object off. And usually they'll spend quite a long time with their scrubber and their object that they're cleaning off. Another option is a spray bottle and a cloth. Again, you can have these things on a tray somewhere where they can easily access it. And then you want to show them how to use the spray bottle. So spray one time and then wipe. So if you model how to do this first, and then you kind of keep an eye out until they understand the importance of spray, wipe, spray, wipe. You can also have a little caddy with a spray bottle and a squeegee and a cloth, and they could wash a window. So again, you would have them spray the window once, so spray, squeegee, and then they take their cloth and they can wipe their squeegee off, and they can wipe the window down. Another activity they'll do for long periods of time. This is just another smaller squirt bottle that has a smaller amount of water coming out. A lot of these things you can find around your home. And then this is a bucket that I made up with a pitcher full of water. And then this has a scrubber, some soap, a sponge, and a dry cloth. And they can carry this anywhere and wash all kinds of things. I'm going to show you washing a table. So they would pour the water into the bowl, and then you're going to want to show them how to squeeze the water out. And this is a very important step. in order not to get water all over the place, because a lot of children just like to dip it and go right to the table, and then your table is going to be full of water. So another way to practice this is just to simply have a bowl, and they can practice squeezing and dipping. If they're having a hard time learning that one lesson, you can just isolate it and do that one thing. So after they squeeze, get their sponge wet, you're going to show them how to get the table wet. And again, they can take this bucket with these materials and wash whatever you would like to offer them. So outdoor furniture, chairs, toys, but I would make it a one item. So, and then if you're indoors, you always want to put a towel underneath, unless you have a laminate or something on the floor that's protecting wood. You could also set something like this up in the kitchen or outdoors. So getting your scrubber wet and scrubbing it on the soap. You're going to want to show them little circles, especially around the edges, and then they can do a little bigger circles in the middle, but make sure to get the full table, because again, this isn't necessarily about only cleaning, because you may be scrubbing a clean item. It is fun to clean things that are dirty and they can see them become clean, but also they just like to scrub and make bubbles. So just even offering them a clean table is very satisfying. So then we're going to wipe the bubbles off. And remember to squeeze. And I'm using a lot of words while I show you this lesson, but the less words you can show them and the more action, and just doing it very slowly. So see the soap on there? I'm going to squeeze it off. Now wipe once on this side and turn it over. And wipe on this side. Soap. Do this slowly so they see what's going on. And rinse. And then they're going to pour, you can have a container where they pour their dirty water. And they're going to want to dry the table. You could do this same process, like I said, with all kinds of furniture and toys and materials. And then they're going to want to dry their bowl out. And then if you have a basket with clean cloths and a basket for dirty cloths, then they always know where to go and get a clean cloth in case they spill something, or if they want to wipe a table. And then a basket with dirty cloths where they can take their dirty cloths and put them. And you can put everything back in here, and it's ready for the next thing that they want to do. So I hope this gave you some good ideas, and that your children have fun doing these things and build independence and focus and concentration. Have fun.